Alright guys, welcome to a new series on the Duelo system. This is Cold Fear. This is a classical game, for me at least, and I say that, which is bizarre, because I played it probably for about an hour, maybe, with my dad, like, well back in the day. Can't remember too much about it other than it's a survival horror set on a Russian whaling ship. I seem to remember it kind of being... It's odd, it's a bit like a mix between the classic Resident Evils with the fixed camera angles, but also Resident Evil 4 with the over-the-shoulder shooting whenever you feel like it. It's weird, it's hard to explain. It's best if we just get into it, so let's go.
Marcus, advance by 2. Anyone else hear that? Negative. Something's out there.
Come in. Damn it, Hernandez. Talk to me. What's going on? I'm not getting anything here. Marcus. Law.
Can you hear me? Come on. Somebody answer me. Is anybody alive out there? Come in. Get me another asset up there, pronto. Anything we've got. Anything.
Yeah, I hear you. This is the USS Ravenswood. We arrived in the vicinity of the vessel and will now initiate a search patrol and look for it. Ravenswood out.
Well, that was ominous.
Okay, people, you know your assignment. Hanson, you've got main deck port side. Watch yourself. You're going solo. How come Hanson gets all the fun? Because he's prettier than you are, DeSantos. Now cut the chatter. This place is creeping me out. Where is everyone? Steady, Friedman. Remember, I've got that extraction code in case things get hairy.
Boarding party, this is the Ravenswood. The seas are too rough. We're gonna have to head back. You're on your own, people. You heard them.
A note about ammunition conservation. Alright, due to the platform's irregular surprise, we must conserve ammunitions and medkits as much as possible, therefore live ammo training is now suspended pending new orders. In a combat situation, it is vital that all soldiers look to their downed comrades as potential sources of ammo or medkits. In the same interest of economy, use body searches when really necessary. Use the butt of your rifle in close combat situations. This will enable you to gain the necessary distance to adjust your aim. Some of your opponents will attempt to immobilize you. Do not simply empty your clips, strike out at them to free yourself, and shoot at point blank range. This is generally highly effective. Anishchenko. Right, so a quick note about recording before we get into this, guys. It's been a long time since I have recorded. I've changed headsets since then, I've changed gaming rigs since then, pretty much everything has changed, and therefore I'm not sure how well it'll record, and I'm not really sure about this microphone sensitivity. I know sometimes it can be really sensitive and pick up me breathing, which is really annoying, in which case I'll redo the entire video, but hopefully not, and this is usable. But as for volume levels and such, as always, this first video is a test, so we'll see how it goes. Let's get into it. So like I say, it's a bit of a cross between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 1 and 2, etc. As you can see, I've got the fixed camera angles here, ish. But if I right click, look, it's almost like Resident Evil 4's over the shoulder. In fact, it's pretty much the exact same. When you can also sort of blind fire in this mode by holding in, well, by tapping shift, look, you enter a sort of aiming mode, which is also cool. But yes, let's get on with the game, shall we? I'm going to head up these stairs and around to the left and see what happens. So this resistance meter is basically stamina, which I find interesting because the lower it is, the lower stamina you have to counter grab moves, I believe, and things like that from what I've seen. Well, that was a bit concerning. Pistol ammo, excellent. Anything else in it? It's interesting as well that you have to press shift or hold right click in to get your flashlight out. So you do have to have a proper look around. See if there's anything worth pressing. Oh, so the E button as standard does whack them with your elbow and the butt of your pistol. Good to know. Right, let's just have a look around, shall we? There might be something. There is a body. Nothing for me. It's a shame. Right, so I guess let's try and get back inside somehow. We need to get to the front deck, however we do that. So, oh, okay, there's random obstacles floating around the ship. So the mission is, Lansing is the one with the emergency radio code. He should be on the front deck. Okay. Any way of figuring out where I am? Apparently not. Let's just have a look around for him then. Time this just right. Okay. Not like that then. It's alright, we're all good. Just get up, just keep going. Okay, we're fine, we're good.
These Russian boats aren't exactly built the same way ours are. I better read the inscriptions so that I won't get lost. Let's see how much of my Russian I still remember.
What inscriptions?
Damn thing's locked from the other side. This door is locked by an electrical system.
Maybe we can shoot this thing on a boat full of water. Good one. Oh dear. I don't actually remember there being these kind of enemies in the game, interestingly enough. I thought it was literally all just monsters. Okay. He's down, which is good. What was that? That crap, that was weird. Let's have some looting done, shall we? Some lovely pistol ammo. Let's reload. Nothing useful. Scum, that's what they are. So yeah, this is hopefully an attempt to get back into recording. I still have a couple of series that are halfway through that I need to get up to speed with and perhaps even start again entirely if it's as messed up as I believe it is. But
I've got to find that code.
that was strange. What was I saying? Ah yes. some may require me to start over again. Like, as I say, I've switched over hard drive and everything. I have all my files, but some of my games have... Oh boy, this ain't fun. Just to let you guys know, I'm awful with horror games. So if this is a door, that means that is also not a door. Right, let's get out of this room, shall we, real quick. Please don't be dark outside, thank the Lord. But yes, completely lost pace. Yeah, some of it is just, I suspect, lost. Just because parts of it's become corrupted or for whatever reason. So some of it I may have to start again, or I may have to start at least a couple of levels again, which I don't mind too much. Note about electrical boxes. Certificate of Death, Corporal Wiley Guy. Wiley Guy, wow. I really hope that's how it's pronounced, just so that that pun stinks. Cause of death, electrocution. According to witnesses, Corporal Legai had misplaced his electronic key while on duty and able to reach his official post. He promptly fired at the electrical control box on door 114, causing it to explode. Exposed live wiring subsequently came into contact with a pool of water on the floor. The door opened, however Corporal Legai was electrocuted. No follow-up necessary. Basically, he was a fool and got what he deserved. Can I go in here? I can. Sick bay. I don't like the sound of sick bay, if I'm honest.
I better watch how much I'm using. I ain't got an unlimited supply.
True, I probably should have come back to that. Well, like a tape recorder that perhaps I could have pressed or something. Yes, back onto subject. Yeah, I'm going to start recording more. I'm going to finish up what I've started, including Lost in Time, which is a long time coming. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on the channel. A page from Yusupov's diary. Let's have a look at Yusupov's diary. Our first encounter with the creatures we now call the exocells came roughly 2 months after drilling commenced on the Star of Sakhalin platform. In fact, I was already familiar with this platform. We used to use it as a port of call when patrolling these hostile waters, and I was determined it would again be deployed as part of our international operations. Whilst drilling had effectively stopped some years before, this was not because the rig was unprofitable. Quite the contrary, it was because the spare parts often needed were simply never delivered. The Russian state's private partners grew weary of the whole affair. All I had to do was wait a couple of years to purchase it for scrap. At first, the cartel was sceptical about my new operation's success, and I made the necessary investments for its recommissioning myself. The communication jammer, the plans for which had been provided by former Red Army brain Sergei Ortarian, was remarkably effective. As far as international ears were concerned, whether listening in on Earth or from space, there was nothing there but inhospitable ocean and the odd iceberg. For the first 25 days, drilling was successful, as expected, and then, even though our sonars confirmed the presence of a huge oil reserve, the pressure started to drop. Suddenly, the drill brought up several exocells that Anishenko and his men had great difficulty in overcoming. 2 years later, we noticed more specimens crawling up the platform's columns. I immediately gave Anishenko orders to capture some of them. That's when I saw my first contamination. So, definitely some strange creatures on the rise in the ship. Not good. Sounds like they're already here. So we've got all the pistol ammo we need, but there is some in this room if we need it, okay? Let's see if we can't find that key card that we need then, or that code, should I say. So perhaps down a level. Okay. There's a room there.
There's too much water pressure. I can't open the door.
Right. This must be the corporal that electrocuted himself. With the electric box right there. The upper deck key. Oh! Good lord. Just gonna search his body whilst he's attacking me. It's all good.
Gotta find a handle to stick back on this door.
Of course we do, in typical Resident Evil fashion. So yeah, you can definitely see this has drawn a lot of influence from the old Resident Evils, but I have to say the whole over-the-shoulder thing is so much better for shooting. I really like it, and I'm glad they decided to go with it, definitely. So let me just quickly test something. So, aiming a gun at a door tells you what it says, right? Yeah, portside cold rooms, crew quarters. Could be going the entirely wrong way altogether here, but we'll never know unless we check it out. But now that we have the key, we might be able to open something.
It's unlocked.
There we go. So there's fire that way, there's a door right there, which we can open.
Не подходи!
Good lord, boys. Pistol ammo. Nothing again. Nothing on him. There must be something in here worth coming in here for, surely. Well, there is another door. The galley. Let's check the galley then. Or is that the way we came in? Oh, good lord. Nothing useful either. I was hoping I could take that meat cleaver as like a melee weapon, but that's never the case in these kind of games, is it? Yeah, this place looks disgusting. This has brought us on the other side of the flames. Oh lord. Wait till he reloads. Have we just found ourselves the first assault rifle?
It must be downstairs.
Pistol ammo. No assault rifle. Scumbags. I do feel like we might have missed something, so I'm going to go check those back rooms. I'm hoping it just sort of auto-saves, because I've not seen anything on saving so far. Let's quickly check what's to the left. Crates, boxes. A note about barrels. Let's quickly shoot the bullet so that we can reload, and then pick up one pistol bullet again. Let's check the document on barrels, shall we? Colonel, the standard regulations for storage of explosive chemicals are not being followed, neither on our supply ships nor on the drilling platform itself. I have even seen barrels lying about that are not tied down. I ask you to exercise your authority to remedy this situation. I know that these barrels can be extremely effective against our enemies, therefore, even if it means using them as weapons, I would prefer to decide on their positions with you. I'll ensure that my men use them wisely. Anischenko. He's becoming quite the character, isn't he, this Anischenko? We're going to have to, with all these references, we're going to have to keep our eye out for him. Potential boss, maybe. So this was the way around those flames. Aha! Looks like we've... Oh god. This son of a... Mofo! But yeah, it looks like they've opened up a nice shortcut anyway. Yep, this is the door we came in. There was a fire that way, we went through there, so... The showers. Oh, that's a jump scare place if ever I've heard of one.
What the hell is that?
Is he breathing or is he moving with the ship? That's an interesting feature about this game that I think they do quite well. The camera constantly shakes because of the movements of the ship. Oh lord! Which is very interesting. God, if I'm jumping this much now at regular humans, I dread to think what I'm going to be jumping like when bloody full-on monstrous creatures start jumping out. But, I thought, you know, a horror game might be a good idea for me. People watch horrors to see fucking people make fools of themselves after all, not to stoically act like it doesn't scare them in the slightest.
Locked.
Of course it's locked, but that is the captain's quarters, right? So there might be something good in there, so let's remember where that is. So all we missed was a jump scare that we could have and definitely should have avoided. What's this saying? Radio room? Oh, radio room, hold up.
Great, it's locked.
But we can go in here. By in here, I should have just said out here, really. So this does lead the same way, correct? No, but there are explosive barrels if we need them.
Great, it's locked.
I feel like the way we shot the guy with the assault rifle is probably the right way, but let's go up to the nest. Should be able to see everything we need from the nest. Nice view. So, front deck. This is the front deck of the ship. So yeah, we do need to head down that way. Man, I'm glad no huge monsters like visible in the ocean, because that would freak me out. This game is like my worst nightmare because like space and things like that don't scare me in the slightest. But the second you bring in the ocean, whoa! Even though I love swimming in the ocean, just like the idea of the, you know, the unknown being under the waves. It's an excellent setting for a horror, I think. Right, let's get back to where we need to go. But let's just chill for a minute and let resistance build back up. Because, like I said, I've only ever seen one video of this recently before I decided to buy it, which was a boss fight where the main character gets grabbed and you have to spam the action button to basically escape and damage the boss, but no fair, of course it is. But to do this, you have to have a high resistance, otherwise you just get crushed. This was the bloody showers. This is going to be one of those maze games, isn't it? We have to keep constantly going back and forth. A lot of backtracking involved, I bet. Right, if we could steal ourselves enough to avoid jump scares, we can probably get straight out and past Assault Rifleman. Oh god, who's shooting me? Let's reload. No pistol ammo for me. the whaling gun. Who knows, maybe that'll come in handy. I thought perhaps it was our ally shooting at something. Man, my health is getting battered. Right. So it was the front deck we needed to come to, so let's have a good look around. Not today. I don't know what the... Let's have a quick look for the reload button so we don't keep wasting bullets. Of course we can't access controls from in-game. Ah, excellent. It was definitely worth coming in here for that, I tell you. We just definitely needed it, I think. I'm not sure. Right. Well, we need to figure out where he is before we can quit, because I know from experience that quitting without saving ain't good. The dormitory. We'll check the dormitory later. We want to have a quick look for this Lansing. If he's on the front deck, maybe he's on the front deck and not indoors. Something tells me that when we come across... You can just tell that magically, can you, mate? But yeah, I just have a feeling that when we come into contact with Lansing is going to be our first encounter with creatures. It's usually how these kind of games go, isn't it? What's that? A long hallway full of corpses and clear jump scares. You know we're reading the doctor's diary. Why wouldn't we? Dr. Kamsky. Notes on exocell infection. With liver infected and observed over 300 subjects, including dogs, apes, orcas, and human beings. Those subjects have been placed under permanent biometric surveillance and dissected to accurately chart the growth of the exocell organism and help us learn how to control the process. Infection and change. The time it takes an infected individual to mutate depends on two factors: how long it takes the exocell to get a tendril into the victim's brain and the infected body's natural resistance. At present, we have no way of knowing how long the process takes for a given individual, since the body mass, height and age seems to be of little importance. Any individual infected by an exocell should thus be given the antidote as quickly as possible. If no antidote is available, the host's brain must be destroyed, and I mean destroyed, to prevent the subject from becoming an active and potentially contaminating host. Indeed, the exocell seems to be able to reanimate a brain that has been clinically dead for several days. Right, well, I don't know about you guys, but that tells me one thing. Pistol ammo. Oh, here we go. Good grief.
At least I found the code.
Something followed me in here, and there it is. Oh.
Help me! Holy!
Good lord, that was not good. And now you see why I've been shooting heads, as though you didn't already know.
Damn thing's stuck.
Of course it is. Well, we have the code. Perhaps we should go back to the woman. Yes. Finally. Right, guys.
Sensible!
Are you seriously shooting me? Tell you what, my aim's gonna take a while to get bloody accurate, isn't it? Well, they're not too bad to kill as long as you're careful. But yeah, we're gonna have to go through that anyway again because this is where we're calling it a day, guys. Yes, thanks for watching, should I say. I hope you enjoyed this series. I'm quite enjoying this game so far, even though it is quite a terrifying one. I can't believe R isn't reload. Was that F? F is reload, guys. Anyway, yes, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I shall see you next time. But like I say, actually, before I go, just a quick reminder, keep your eyes peeled. I know Matt's working hard on getting Taz Wanted ready for you guys, even though he is having issues with sound levels, I believe, which is why he's doing voiceovers. So yeah, keep an eye out for those, keep an eye out for this, keep an eye out for other games that we're recording and finishing off, and I shall see you all next time.